Hi, today our topic is nutrient or matter cycling. Herbivores, carnivores, and decomposers, they are essential components of an ecosystem. If we start with producers, these producers they produce the organic compounds. These herbivores and carnivores they utilize those organic compounds, or they get energy out of these organic compounds by the process of respiration. So organic compounds produced by these producers, they are food of herbivores as well as carnivores. There are nutrients. There are different plant nutrients like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur. They are plant nutrients. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur. Plants are producers. They take up these nutrients in different forms from their reserves, from their reservoirs where they are present. They can take up from, some of these are taken up from soil, some are taken up from water, or some are taken up from the air. So these carbon, hydrogen, these substances, these nutrients, they are present in the producers or plants. When producers are eaten up by herbivores, these nutrients they move from producers to herbivores. Now these herbivores they are eaten up by carnivores. These nutrients they move from these herbivores to carnivores. What happens sometimes these producers they die. Whenever these herbivores sometimes they also die before being eaten up by carnivores. Sometimes, and these carnivores they also die. Whenever these organisms they die, they are decayed. They are decayed by different by different types of organisms. So this dead organic matter it increases mostly in terrestrial ecosystems. This dead organic matter it is huge. Most of the very large amount of this organic matter it is in this form, dead organic matter, because we will see a lot of these plants, herbivores, carnivores, or parts of plants, or the wastes produced by these herbivores, carnivores, they become part of this dead organic matter. This dead organic matter either of it may be from plants, it may be from herbivores or carnivores. It is acted upon by the decomposers. These decomposers they are microorganisms. Mostly they are bacteria, fungi, or protozoa. Bacteria, fungi, or protozoa. Fungi or protozoa. What these decomposers do, they convert these complex organic substances which are present in these plant producers, herbivores or carnivores. They convert these complex organic substances into simple inorganic substances like these carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, etc. These carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, etc. in different forms they are nutrients of the plants. They are nutrients of the plant. Whenever these decomposers they act upon this dead organic matter, from these dead organic matter they make available these nutrients like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, etc. And these nutrients they are added to the soil. And in soil there is present water as well. So they are from this soil water they get added from soil to the water, and they form the solutions in this. From this soil water they are being taken up by the producers. from soil, water, they are being taken up by the producers. So the nutrients which were essential, which were earlier present in the producers, they are again present in the producers. From producers, these nutrients they move to herbivores, then to carnivores. Then when these organisms die, they were acted upon by the decomposers, and these decomposers they make these nutrients again available for the plants. So the cycling of these nutrient substances occurs, which we call nutrient or metacycling. This nutrient or metacycling is very essential. If this nutrient cycling would not occur, we would not see the diversity of the animals or the species which is present on the earth, because all these nutrients they would be locked up. They would be locked up in some other species or in some other organisms or in water or in somewhere else, and they won't be available for the producers. That is why these one more important thing, this nutrient cycling, this connects past, present and future. Some of these inorganic substances, some of these nutrients, they might be present in some other organism earlier, now they are present in some organism, and in future the nutrient substance, inorganic substances which are present in us, they might be present in some other living being in the future. So they are connecting past, present and future, and they are also making nutrients available for nutrients available. They are also making nutrients available. See, this dead organic matter, it is very huge. This component is very huge. So there are other species or other organisms as well which helps these decomposers. These are detritivores and scavengers. Detritivores and scavengers, they are same. They are eating these dead living organisms. Sorry, they are eating dead organisms. These detritivores, they take up small dead organisms, because they themselves are small. These detritivores, they are like dung flies, wood lice and some nematodes. They eat up small dead organisms. These scavengers, they are also eating dead organisms or prey of other organisms which are already dead for some period of time. These scavengers, they take up large carrion or large dead organisms. So these detritivores and scavengers, they help in cleaning up the environment. If these detritivores and scavengers were not there, the earth would be filled up with the carcasses of dead animals, with the wastes which are produced by the dead organisms, with the wastes of dead animals and with the wastes of dead animals. Sorry. So these scavengers and detritivores, they are essential for keeping the environment clean, and these decomposers, they are essential because they make nutrients available for the producers again. So these decomposers, they help in recycling of nutrients. Now you can see here, in nature the waste is produced by some organisms. They are food for other organisms. For example, waste is produced by herbivores. They are food of decomposers. For example, the waste carnivores, they are food of decomposers. Or when these organisms die, they become food of detritivores, or they become food of scavengers. But in human habitation, we are producing a lot of wastes. For example, polythene which we are producing, it is not food of any species or any organism. That is why it keeps on accumulating in the environment. So here is a lesson from the nature. Only those substances must be used which are food of some other microorganism, some other organism. For example, if we start using some other substances in place of polythenes, for example, we are using jute bags, or we are using these paper bags. These paper bags, they would be decomposed by decomposers, or they would become food of some other microbes, so they won't remain in the environment for a long period of time. Here we can see these producers, herbivores, carnivores, and they are important components of an ecosystem, and they are biotic component of an environment, or this soil, dead organic matter, it is abiotic component of an environment or ecosystem, we can say. So this producer, herbivore, carnivore, decomposers, detritivores, scavengers, they are biotic component of an environment. This is abiotic component of an environment. The cycling of these inorganic substances between biotic component and abiotic component of an ecosystem is called biogeochemical cycling. So what is biogeochemical cycling? It is movement of these inorganic substances like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur between biotic component and abiotic component of the ecosystem. So this is biogeochemical cycling. I think this is sufficient for to thank you.